Hello, y'all. Brett with Swafford Homestead. A little muddy today. We've actually got 2 decent rains the last 2 days. I think this one missed us today. We missed the third in a row, but it's alright. We've got enough. A little muddy. Couldn't get in the garden really to do much. Been picking broccoli and cauliflower. I'm still getting it in June. I thought I'd do a quick walk around, show you the garden, how much it's grown. In the last couple of weeks it's grown. These tomatoes in front of me, they're chest high. They have absolutely, it's like they doubled in the last couple of weeks. I'll show you my little jalapeno peppers. Jalapeno pepper plants. Yeah, they're almost waist high. Doing good. I'm already starting to get pepper. Already pulled a few. Cantaloupe. This jungle is cucumbers. I've done a short about managing the leaves on cucumbers. Go over the tomato. That tomato's almost head high. You see my other tomato plants, they're in succession. Of course, the first 2 rows being taller. This was some extra ones I had. I don't even know what's planted there. I just know they're tomatoes. I got 2 volunteers that popped up. One's got a tomato on it. These are succession planted. You know, they're shorter. Still got tomatoes hanging on all of them. We've got a lot of green tomatoes. Finally. Feels like it's a little late. See if we've done any better over here. Okra, it has absolutely took off. These pods are buds in there. It hasn't bloomed yet. It's so close, it just hasn't done it. Holding out on me. Watermelon finally took off. They was really bad shape and I put them out. I had some bad soil and it killed a lot of my plants, but I managed to save a few of these. Of course, there's banana pepper at the end and bell pepper at the end. There's more jalapenos at the end of that other row. Bodacious sweet corn. It's higher in my head now. I'm tickled to death. It finally growed. I was thinking it was going to be short and it wasn't going to make nothing. You let it rain a couple of times and the sun get good and hot, it makes all the difference. This is a zucchini. You can see it's got one on it there. We've been picking zucchini and squash. I've got yellow summer squash, straight neck. I've got the Alexander squash. You get the seeds from Hoss Tools. Only place I know of. I don't know. There might be other places that has it. This is squash and 2 different kinds down through there. Should have one more zucchini somewhere down in there. While I'm up here. This is a short run. I'm trying to get it all in there quickly. This is the berm that I planted the potatoes in. Now it's rained 2 or 3 times. And I see the ground cracking in a couple of places. Right there's one of them. That is a potato sticking up. You can see the little green leaf sticking out. So that is making it. It's about time. It takes about 2 weeks for them to decide what they're going to do. They're going to grow within a couple of weeks. You should see the ground breaking, cracking open, and the leaves starting to push their way out. I don't spot another at this time. That's okay. Didn't cost me nothing to plant them, just a few minutes. On down here. This is another group of tomatoes. I can't tell you. I grew tomatoes for my daddy and I grew them for me, and we had 9 different tomato plants, I think. I think it was 9 when I counted the other day. I gave him some plants. Of course, Frost got his plants. I sent him some more plants, and some of them died, so I took him a 3rd round, and what was left was the scrubs, then the damaged ones, and the ones that wasn't growing. So I took them all into the house and repotted them and cleaned them up and put them under the grow lights, and yeah, I wound up with This is the other 6. There was 11 of them. I showed you 5 a while ago. I didn't know what they was. This is the 6 more of them. Because I repotted them, I didn't write the names down off the pots. I didn't keep up. I just potted it thinking, well, if they make it, good. If they don't, oh well. Yeah, they made it. Now it's going to be a surprise when they grow. Let's talk about yellow squash. There's a straight neck yellow squash. And my sunchokes. Yeah, they're head high, some of them. It makes a good wall in front of my gazebo, though. You can't, once these things get up, they'll get, 9-10 feet tall probably. You won't be able to see the old gazebo. I'll have my little place to hide. That's a pretty quick tour. I know I went through it kind of fast. I've told you about the tomatoes. You can see my other videos where I talk about the Jetstar, Jet Setter, Mule Team, Early Girl, all of them. It's getting a little weedy, but it sure is soft out. It's a good time to pull weeds, but it's not a good time to run the tiller. More tomato plants that I'm not sure on. That was some of the leftovers. It was in good shape. I just stuck them in the ground one day and I didn't keep up. But I've got 104 plants, I think, now here. That reminds me, I got one more, 2 more little items to show you, and I'll be done. Step over some of these beds here. My latest bed. It's been feeding us well. It's finally got up good size. I can get a gallon bag of lettuce the last couple of days for us. Pretty easy. I can pick it every day or 2. That is a cayenne plant. I got it from the local hardware store. It was 40% off. It was $1 and something for the plant, and it was just loaded with peppers already. Supposed to be long, slim cayennes. Well, they're short and fat, but growing in a 3-inch pot, what do you expect? But I'm pulling the peppers off a little at a time, not to shock it. And hopefully it'll make it. This is the rest of my stuff. This was the extra peppers I had that nobody wanted. Hopefully they'll make it. If not, there's no big loss. My last 4 tomatoes makes it 104. These are 2 Southwestern peppers, F1s. They both had about a 5-inch pepper on it, and I got them. Got them 40% off. Paid about $1 a piece for them. A little more than I wanted to give, but I love the sight of that big gigantic pepper on each one of them. It was 5 inches long and probably 1 inch in diameter. I bought it for the peppers, but I got a plant to go along with it. That's pretty much this little garden over here, or what I call garden number 1. It's growing really well. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Leave me a comment. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to us. God bless.